Hello, friends. How's everything going? Okay, I think we're good. We're all set and ready to go. I have Kat. She's on the floor. Doggo is taking a nap on his new Halloween costume. And no, I will not show you what it is. It's a secret. Let me know if the music is too loud, if the microphone isn't loud enough. I added some gain to try to make it go up a little bit because I'm so quiet. But, yeah, here we are. It's been a little while. I feel like it was last Monday that we streamed. So a little bit over a week ago. Does that sound right? Anyway, I'm pretty beat. I had a long day at work today. We have a big event coming up, so we've been doing a lot of work. And I, for some reason, didn't sleep very well last night, even though I fell asleep on the couch and then went to bed. It didn't seem to translate into many hours of sleep, so I've been in better shape. But we're here now, and we're gonna have some fun. And I know that it's kind of ironic, or maybe not ironic, but kind of silly that I'm going to be making a beverage, and I'm already drinking a beverage. But it occurred to me yesterday that it's been a couple weeks since I had any of my kombucha myself. In fact, the batch that's sitting over here in the corner here is like 5 weeks old. I just haven't been making it, and I'm gonna have to start over because there's no way that this is gonna be sweet enough to drink. So I got some new tea I'm gonna try out. Yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna get to that today. Honestly, at this point, there's no rush because it's gonna be so terrible that I'm gonna have to make it again and then wait another 3 weeks in order to get some. So, but this tastes really good. I think it's been in there for like maybe a month, and it's still pretty delicious. So basically, when I'm finished making my juice, I'll have some of that. I'll put this back in the fridge, I'll finish my juice, and then I'll save some of the juice for tomorrow. Because if you're gonna go out of your way to make fresh juice at home, you might as well make enough to last you a couple days. My microphone just fell on the floor. Okay. Yeah. So that's my plan. Let's see. Cable ended up calling in sick for work because she finally caught up on sleep and couldn't bring myself to go in. That's a good reason. And Zeus just finished for the day. Well, that's good. Zeus, are you streaming tonight? I think MVP was telling me she was not going to stream tonight. We're gonna have, like a planning meeting. Ooh, my batteries are gonna fall out. About, stuff we want to do for the rest of the warmish weather season. We really don't have very much time left, so we're gonna try to make, like a list of things we want to accomplish before it starts to get really cold out. So, hey dog, what's the matter? Did you want to be on the stream? Alright, well you have to come here, because I'm gonna have to pick you up. Come on. Yep. There we go. Watch your head. And say hello. You cannot stay up here. But you say hi to everybody. Yeah, so Rusty is still favoring one of his front paws. And I think part of the problem is that he flings himself around. So I've been trying to make it so he cannot get on the back of the sofa. And that the doggy steps are on the couch, so he just takes the doggy steps. Basically, I've blocked off the rest of the sofa so that he's forced to use the steps in an attempt to try to make him heal. Alright, you gotta go bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Yes, huh, Rusty? Poor doggo just wants to be a doggo. He does, and he's so delicate. You're so delicate. Yeah. What? I think you should go lay down. Go lay down. Go on. Go. Go hobble out of the room. Go on. Alright, bye. I'm gonna ignore you now. So I think with this microphone thing, I'm just gonna tuck it behind me because the shirt I'm wearing doesn't really work with the whole tucking it into the shirt, so. Ugh. Ow. So I was looking on Amazon for stuff to use to improve the stream setup, and it occurred to me that I'm not going to be able to implement any of it until after I'm done painting everything. Let's see if this messes too many things up. Does that bother you guys? Because it makes this look pretty good. Maybe we'll just do that for now. That's not too bright, is it? Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to wait until I'm done painting, because what I want to do is get a kitchen island and then a laptop desk so that I can bring the kitchen island to the middle and put the laptop... Mia, what are you doing? Oh my god! Can you... Why is it... Come on. No, if you're gonna wreck everything, I don't want you up there. She just pulled one of my herb bundles off of the window. Come here. Mia! This might be the catnip. That might be why she's freaking out about it. Alright, play with that. Yeah, so that way I can have more working space. Okay, good. To like maneuver things around and see, this looks so well. It's so nicely lit. Goodness. Just a little jarring. Maybe if I had a divider. It's so bright you can't even see the juicer. Anyway. So, I'm gonna make some random veggie fruit juice. I've got beets and yellow carrots, oranges and an apple, and some ginger. And I'm gonna put it all together and see how it tastes. I used to make a really, really good beet juice. And when I say used to make, I mean I made it like 2 or 3 times. And I never wrote down what I did, because I'm pretty bad about that sometimes. So I hope this is pretty close. But I do have extra apples if it's not sweet enough. Zeus, I found... Oh my god, this cat. What are you doing? You don't even eat fruit! Get out of my apples! She just wants to be a movie star, I think, is the problem. I know, right? She's ridiculous. What was I saying? Shoot. Why did I buy an apple? We just went apple picking. Ugh, I have a bushel of apples. 1 peck. I'm so dumb. Anyway. So one of my cousins was getting married this weekend. So we went and did family stuff. Where's my little plunger? Look out, baby. I need my juice plunger. Yeah, so she got married at an orchard. And the cottage my mom rented for us to stay at was right across the street. So we went up there. We went apple picking and bought some stuff at the farm stand. And it was very relaxing and we had a good time. Yellow on the outside and white on the inside. How can I not get this? There we go. Oh, haha, something about Zeus. Yes. I found a recipe for one of Wagamama's ramen dishes on their website. So next week I'm going to be making a veganized version of their chili chicken ramen on the stream. Yeah, you guys, that must have been catnip because she's rolling around all over the place and destroying my carpet. Yeah, Wagamama. So I'm really excited to try that. Can you turn the volume down just a little bit? Volume of what? The music or my microphone? Zeus, if you go to the calendar, I linked to the recipe that I'm going to be using for next week. Music, okay. It's already on like one of the quietest settings. We'll try that. Let me know if that's still too loud and I'll just turn it off. You know, Rusty would probably like some carrot. Much better. Cool. Take it, baby. Alright. So basically what I'm going to do is get all these vegetables cut, and then I'm going to run everything through. So I'm going to do the beets last, because they will get all over everything. I'm using Valencia oranges, because they taste really good in juice. Navels are better for eating. Valencias are better for juicing. And when you juice citrus, you want to avoid juicing the skin because there's a lot of oils in there and it can make it really bitter. So, I mentioned in my Discord that I've been trying to stream more than I actually have time for. And I feel like in order to be more successful at streaming, I have to be more realistic about my goals. So, moving forward, I'm only going to have one scheduled stream per week until I actually have more time to devote to it, which may not be for a very long time. And I'm very sad about it because I really do like streaming. But there's just so much stuff involved with creative streaming that I just am not able to do more when I have so many other things around the house that I have to do. Like painting my kitchen. Hello? Cable the Dragon has redeemed cookie! Okay. So true story, I actually ate the rest of the cookies that I bought for the stream, but I got some new ones today. I picked up these guys. They're allergen friendly. Made right here in New Hampshire, actually. Zeus, I don't think there is a cap on how many times somebody can redeem cookie. It's like one per person per day, so if you wanted, you could also redeem cookie. It's, you have to use the script on the screen. You don't have enough beans? How do you not have enough beans? Cookie, 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 cookie. Thank you, Cabo. That was yummy. That is true. Oh, yeah. It's okay. I won't hold it against you. Next time. Maybe next time. How many beans do you have right now? So if you're ever juicing beets, you want to make sure that you get as much of the skin off of the beet as possible. Because if you don't, it's going to be really super, super bitter. No, not on my phone! 72. Dang it. So I'm going to do this in the sink. Ah! It's been one of those days, y'all. So, in addition to finishing painting my kitchen, I also have to put in different floors because all the floor tiles are starting to come up. And then I have to put some lights in so it's not so dark in here, which I'm really excited about because that will make streaming more enjoyable. Then I have to get that kitchen island that I was talking to you about. And a laptop desk. And then I'll actually be able to face away from the corner and towards the camera more often. Woo! That almost took off my fingernail. But, yeah, so MVP and I have talked about trying to keep an eye out for other places to move to. Not like other places outside of New Hampshire, but like a better house. But we would never be able to sell the one we're in without making it suck less. So I have to make all these little improvements to it in order for people to even consider it habitable. So the same thing goes for ginger. When you're making juice, you want to make sure that you get as much of the skin off as you can. True story. I work at a grocery store, and I haven't wanted to make juice in a really long time. And then I stocked some ginger, and it smelled so good. And then I decided to make juice on stream. Okay, you guys. I've got all my ingredients ready. So I'm gonna move this cutting board back a little bit so that you can see the juice action. Here, let's get rid of this. Bloop. Okay. Also, when you're juicing, you want to make sure that you, maybe this is part of the problem. You want to make sure that you rotate your types of food that you're juicing. So, like, if you have fruit that's soft and vegetables that are firm, you want to go back and forth between those to help them go through your juicer and not clog up. And we'll also put the ginger in right now. The last time I went to Wagamama, I got a green juice and it was really delicious. It had pineapple in it. Hello? MVP is telling me about ordering a pair of boots. Come on. Look at how colorful that pulp is. So yeah, talking about streaming, part of my plan is to work on some things to put on my website. So I'll still be creating content. It will just be non-streaming related. I'm also going to be putting together thoughts about books and stuff. When I had my food blog before, I had like 5 different ebooks that I had for sale, and people only downloaded them when they were free. So like Amazon has these programs where you can basically make a coupon so that people can buy it for free. That is 100% fall-themed pulp, yep. And that's really the only time people would buy it from Amazon. Now, on iTunes, people download free books like crazy, and I don't know why that is. But I was talking to MVP about this last night, and it kind of seems like the only time people buy an ebook is when they don't have to pay for it. So I'm not sure I'm interested in doing ebooks, but I would like to make a regular cookbook filled with juice and noodle bowls and regular bowls and snacks and things. Okay, so I'm gonna try this, and then I'm gonna decide whether or not it needs more apples. Let's smell. It smells delicious. No, it's good. It's a little gingery. But yeah, I would drink that. Okay, cool. So I need a compost bowl, because my one that I've been keeping this week is already full. So I'm gonna need to go out and empty it. Hello, dog sir. Okay. What I usually do is empty the pulp and then rinse that container out and then strain it into the other container just to get some of the grit out. You don't have to do that, but I don't like chewing my juice. I just like sipping it. Okay. So, rinse. I have so many recipe books for juices that I never use, and I feel like part of it is because they require a lot of really fancy ingredients. Oh no! And I just want some simple juice. I'm also a lot more into root vegetables than I am other types of juice. I really like pineapple carrot juice, which I think I've made on the stream before. Ooh, I needed that. So pink. I'm glad I went with the yellow carrots because if I hadn't, I don't think it would be this color. Banana pears? For a juice? How do you juice a banana? Okay, so kombucha is going in the fridge. Get some ice somewhere. So many things in the freezer. Banana pear. It sounds like a pretty good combination. Okay. And I need a jar to keep the rest of it in. for tomorrow. I have a customer who loves sharing his recipe for a green drink. And he used to call it a juice. But he does the same thing. He blends it. Okay. So, if you guys were following the cat drama on Twitter and via MVP's stream last night, so when we got home from our little trip for the wedding, we came home to find the litter box tipped over. So that was fun. And we've been having some issues with the cats using the litter box anyway. We've been thinking about getting an automatic litter box to kind of alleviate some of the problem. So we did that on Sunday night, and everything seemed to be going fine. And then last night, well, they were pretty scared of it, but they were using it until last night. Porty just, for some reason, used Rusty's pillow as a bathroom right before MVP started to stream. So she wasn't real crazy about that. When I went to bed last night, they had still only used it the same amount. It has a timer on it. It will tell you how many times the litter box has been used, which you can use to determine whether or not you need to replace the litter tray that it comes with. But when I got home today, they had been in and out of it 4 or 5 more times. So like the total right now is 9. So clearly the issue is something they're working out. Mia seems to love it. She was the one that we were having problems with the litter box. If it was too dirty, she just decided to go poop right in the middle of the living room. And she hasn't done that since we got it, so I'm pretty pleased about that. Come to think of it, Porty did use it a little bit right before I started to stream. So yay! I wasn't too thrilled about making that sort of investment, but you know what? I feel like it's going to be good for everyone. Not just the cats, but for us too, so we don't have to scoop it as much. You basically, they poop, and then the little rake comes through and pushes it to the front, and the only thing that you have to do, my belt's coming out, is take the tray out and throw it away. We'll put a new tray in. So, that's awesome. Okay. So it's ramen time, you guys. So, what I did in order to prepare for the ramen was I looked up how to do ramen. So basically, what I found out, or the advice that I was given anyway, was from the kitchen. So I'm going to look that up. How to make homemade restaurant quality ramen. And basically, what these people were saying is that the secret is to have really good broth. So the page that I just gave you right now it's basically how to make a really great ramen broth with chicken, but I'm going to be using store-bought. And the reason is, if you look at part of their equation here, what you need is broth, seasoning, noodles, and toppings. So the seasoning that they're referring to is something called tear, which is a mixture of soy sauce and rice vinegar. And that is basically in the store-bought ramen broth that I'm going to be using today. So let me show you what I got. So this is it. Looks like this. Here we go. Now, I was very curious about this at the store because it doesn't say anywhere on it about being vegetarian. But I went to their website and it has more ingredients listed on there for some reason. But it has the soy sauce and the mirin already in it. So that's why I decided to go with this. For protein, I'm using these 5-spice tofu nuggets. They're like little puffs. They're very chewy. They have a very meaty texture. I love them to pieces. I actually ordered another product by this company called braised tofu, and I'm not 100% sure that it's the exact same thing that they use at Payway, but it's very similar. It's the closest that I've found that I can remember. MVP and I used to go to Payway all the time when we lived in Austin, and it really is the most delicious tofu that I've ever had in my whole life. This is pretty close. Hodo actually makes the tofu for Chipotle, for their sofritas. It's like really, really great tofu. They're excellent tofu makers. And then for my ramen, I'm not using traditional ramen. I'm using this one because it's lower in points, and MVP is doing Weight Watchers. So we're going to use this. And then for veggies, I'm going to be cooking asparagus and bok choy because I remember them being really delicious in my tofu ramen at Wagamama. I learned that Wagamama serves pretty much all of their ramen with lime juice and cilantro, but I didn't get any for that for today. We're gonna do Wagamama next week. We're doing impromptu ramen today. And I also have some soybeans I was gonna put in there. Oh, and I wanted to try to steam some sweet potato. How am I gonna do this? I have so little room on my stove right now. Maybe... I'm gonna have to do this in waves. I definitely want this. Turds. Okay. Maybe I have to change my camera angle for the pots. Maybe here. I'll turn this off so you don't have to look at me moving it around. Yum, sweet potatoes. Use. Good old Wagamama, always pulling through for inspiration. That's right. Okay, so only problem is if I bring it over here, I'm gonna have to be walking around it the whole time. Maybe I can do that? That'll probably work. Alright, so I guess what I'm gonna do is boil the sweet potatoes because my colander is not gonna be able to fit in this tiny pan. I also don't know where the lids to my pots are at the moment. So I'm gonna start this first. Just so that I'm not here all night doing it. Okay. That is truly refreshing. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I made it. I'm actually going to make both of these sweet potatoes, and I'm just going to save the other one. I'll just make a wrap tomorrow with some of the extra sweet potato. And MVP was complaining to me today about how she doesn't have enough snacks for work. And I think this one, a sweet potato, is not a 0-point snack on Weight Watchers, but it'll still be pretty low. So we'll do that. Oh my. Oh my. What's the matter? So, MVP really liked this house in the country. I'm not used to living in the country anymore. Like, everybody assumes that New Hampshire is all like that. Like, when I lived in West Texas, and everybody asked me where I was from, I'd say New Hampshire, and they'd be like, did you live on a farm? And I'd be like, no. But that is generally, like, people's impression of it. And, I mean, maybe the majority of the state is like that, but that's not where I grew up. I had kind of forgotten what it feels like to be on a farm. Like, the air is very different. It feels different. She thought it was great. So, my thoughts are that if I'm going to be working on the house for us anyway, if I end up doing a good job on it, I might as well consider it as an opportunity. Maybe in the future we could sell it, get a bigger return on it, maybe have enough money to put a down payment on a bigger, maybe a bigger place, somewhere a little less populated. But we'll see. We were having a serious conversation about stuff the other day. She actually told me she doesn't really hate it here anymore, which I thought was pretty surprising. We'll see what she says when it starts to snow again. Hi! Look at you standing on all four of your legs. Good boy. Let's see how well I did with the camera. It's a little crooked. That's still pretty fun, right? Well, I think I can probably just go ahead and put this in the water. It'll get to temperature eventually. When we were shopping for houses, originally we went to this place called Hillsboro, and basically our realtor was trying to find us the most impressive, best option for us, but she wasn't listening to us about the numbers. Like, the numbers were very important for me. I don't need a whole lot, but if I can't afford it, I'm not gonna buy it. Like, I don't know why, but she just seemed to be under the impression that there was wiggle room in the number that I gave her. And there really was not. There was no wiggle room. But there was one place we went to see that was extremely rustic. It was definitely an old farmhouse, but it was like cottagey. It was really cute. But it was really old. And I just anticipated there being so many problems with it. I just wasn't prepared to take on that much work. And in hindsight, it seems like maybe MVP would have liked it better that way. But we'll never know. And definitely above the wiggle room, yes. So, like, when you're shopping for a house, and I don't know if this is just something I'm used to because my mom was a real estate agent, she's always been into real estate, but the number that you're given like as an estimate sometimes is not really close to what it ends up being. Like, if you're looking online and it gives you the estimate of like $700 for your mortgage payment, it's entirely possible that it's not factoring in the property taxes or the interest or principal that you would be paying on your loan. So like, we told her that everything all together, everything needed to be $1,000 to $1,200. Like, there was no, that was it. I mean, that technically is wiggle room, right? But she kept showing us places that it would be like $1,500, $1,700, and like, maybe for some people that's better. Like, maybe they actually can afford it, but it was just not possible for us. It's still not possible for us. But there you go. So, I still need another bowl. Maybe. Maybe I can just put my chopped veggies off to the side here. Oh, hey, hey. It was just me. It's okay. Shh. It's our neighbors coming home from work. Yep. Go lay down. Go. Shoot. You're fine. Yes, he's a very good boy. He does the protect. He's just very, very loud about it. Bok choy is like my favorite thing from the cabbage family ever. So this is a baby bok. I loves them. I'm just gonna make big pieces. So Zeus, do they still have pretty okay food at the cafeteria this year? I know you said they were making some changes to stuff. No. I saw you say something about there being something that was good. Food truck is the only different thing. I see. Alright, we got some boiling happening. How big do I want these? We'll do that. So good. Hi, Sargriff. How are you? I'm just getting my ingredients ready for my ramen. I already made some juice. That's what this lovely magenta concoction is. Okay. The drama. I would like to think that I did not have a lot of drama in my life when I was that age, but I'm probably wrong and I just don't remember. Kids are pretty great though. Doggo found some nice sunlight. That was a little too much, I think. He's failing social studies. Uh-oh. So I got one of these things, mason jar soap dispenser holder thingies, and it honestly does not work very well. Maybe it's because I put Dr. Bronner's in there instead of like actual soap, but leaves a little to be desired. Social studies was one of my favorite classes. Sad. Oh well. I'm sure things will get better, right? For some reason, my fire alarm likes to go off when it's steamy inside. Thankfully, you can't hear it. But there is nothing burning. It does that when the shower is on too, if you don't close the door all the way. And that's special. Hello, Red Dawn. It had better get better. Okay, I'm gonna start cooking my vegetables for my ramen. I'm probably gonna do it in batches. Let's see. I do want some seasonings. I think I'm just gonna do salt on the asparagus, but I want some ginger on the bok choy. Ginger and white pepper is one of my favoriteest flavors for Asian food. One of the recipes that I wrote for my old blog was miso bowls, and it had the miso and the ginger and white pepper combination. I used to use bok choy and regular cabbage, and then I would also marinate some tofu. I would grill it and put it all together. It was really fabulous. Where's all the little spices? Oh, here we go. White pepper, perfect. So now I'm gonna need to set some things on plates. In order to make all these things, so many steps. Yes, but I might not, because sometimes you get used to it. True story. When I first started going to juice bars, I had that problem, but it's not a super huge problem for me anymore. I don't know. If you drink beet juice regularly, you do not get beeturia. That's what I've heard anyway. Okay, I think I've got... I just need those bowls. And then with the noodles, I can just put those in the bowl when they're done cooking. And I've got these super huge salad bowls that I'm gonna use to make it look like more food. These are my favoriteest bowls. Okay. Get this party you meant the asparagus? Somebody outside blaring their music. Blah. I guess we should switch. Let's switch the cam. Come on. There we go. Much better. Perfect. Okay. Whew. So good. Is that a scented candle? Are you referring to the purple thing? No. That is fruit and vegetable juice that I made on the stream. It's beet juice, yellow carrot juice, apples, and orange with a little ginger, and it's really delicious. And hello. Weird way to make a scented candle. Yes, yes it is. Yeah, it's really tasty. It's one of my favorite combinations, actually. So if you use both orange juice and apple juice, you can't really taste either of them, and it makes the beets taste less like dirt. I know, I'm really selling it up there. But it's really tasty. So, let's put this up here. Because I literally have nowhere else to put it. So I'm warming up my water for the noodles. Come on. What a jerk face. Okay, so 1 serving is a half of a piece. So basically, if I just split this in half, that's a serving a person. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, just gonna let this go for a little bit more. I want to make sure at least one of the sides is pretty burnt. We got beets. Okay, so everything is pretty much ready. I just gotta make everything up. Super excited! It looks so great, doesn't it? Has anybody tried this ramen broth before? Am I the only crazy person who wants to try it? All right, that looks great. In New Zealand, you call ramen instant noodles? Yeah, I was reading about it, and apparently this type, what I'm doing is like, not necessarily unique, but it's not the original intention of ramen noodles. Like, the way that restaurants do it, and the way I'm doing it is like, dressing it up. So I just sprinkled white pepper and ginger on those, in case you were curious. I know, it's like my favoriteest thing to make in a stir fry. Like, I use it for everything. Simon, start with, what is special about Simon ramen? Red Dawn, have you ever had the pak choi with ginger and white pepper on it? Sometimes we, at the store that I work at, we have a local farm that delivers like really giant, they're like yay big, pak choi, and it's bright white on the bottom with a little bit of green leaf on the top. And it's so firm, and it tastes so good, however you cook it. My water is boiling, so I need to put these noodles in. You know, I should probably also read the package to make sure that it doesn't need anything special too, just in case. I've made some gluten-free pastas before that are like, do not add salt, and then rinse with cold water when you're done. So I'm a little scared. I also gotta put these in, so I'm gonna turn the heat down on that. These don't need to be cooked very high. When noodles begin to unfold, separate with a fork and reduce heat to a low boil. Cook for 3 minutes. Okay. Shh! Why are you barking at me? Shush! 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 Please stop! Fire alarm is going off again. It's a good thing you can't hear it. Alright, so I need to grab that fork. I can't wait to read what you guys are talking about. Yeah, it's a little smoky in here. Well, I guess I'm just gonna wait, since it's not really bothering the stream. We still haven't unfolded, you guys. Okay, let's get that out of the way. And what is everybody talking about? Let's see. I don't know how to explain it. I think it is basically ramen, but the type of ramen that was prevalent in Hawaii is called saimin. I think it comes from a Chinese word instead of Japanese. Okay. Rodon says there's a poke restaurant here in Christchurch. I have yet to be there. We love tofu. Yeah, these tofu nuggets are the bomb. Okay. Check on boneless guy. Okay. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay. We're good. We're good. I need another bowl for those thingies, though. Look out, baby. Look out, baby. Stay in the cupboard, please. The dishes are falling everywhere. Red Dawn, these are Hodo Soy 5-spice puffed tofu nuggets. And they're amazing. Alright, so does anyone else hear dramatic music? Yes, I have Pretzel installed. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Maybe you're just trying to say that you're impressed. I don't know. Oh, good. Yes, it's Pretzel. It's playing songs. Don't worry. You're not going crazy. Alright, so the very last thing that I have to do is boil the broth. So I'm going to clean some of this stuff up so I can have a nice space to plate everything when it's ready. So, yeah, let me do this. You already are crazy. It just, sometimes my symptoms pop up and sometimes they are under control. I understand. I won't, those look pretty done. So, let's see. Hot, 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 hot. That doesn't seem like very much noodles, but we're just gonna have to go with it. Ooh, that's pretty stinky. Alright, I need a break. Hi, Jinx. Yeah. It smells so funny, I just had to make sure that it was vegan. You can't be too careful. Yeah, so I'm gonna start measuring some things out. Got my bowl. I need to... Hello! Oh, hi, Jinx. Thank you for the puppies. I love puppies. Thank you very much. And you're driving? Just a little over 100 to go. For what? Oh, Red Dawn. I buy fried tofu unmarinated, then slice it up smaller and fry it with oyster sauce. Yummy. What are you guys having a fight or something? Okay, I gotta go get my scale. Alright, so making sure I have half of these noodles split up. Till cookie time, I see. Okay, so there's 4.83 ounces of noodles. Actually, I did this wrong. Did I? No, okay. So we need 2.4 noodles per person. Which is a very sad amount of noodles. Should have made more. Okay, so for this, one serving size is 3 ounces. Okay. I'm just making sure that I portion some out for MVP. So it's easy to calculate all her points on the Weight Watchers. We can have pretty much as we want of these deliciousness things. Till cookie time! Yes, thank you. Red Dawn says there are good vegan oyster sauces available. I don't use them, but they're out there. That's good to know. I haven't really looked into it. Alright, so I need some asparagus. She's home! Dog. Hi, honey. Ooh, I put that on yours. I don't know if you're able to have some sweet potato yet. I am still streaming.
Oh.
But we're almost done. This broth smells very sour, just so you're aware.
Okay.
How many points do you have left?
All of them. I'm hungry.
Oh, well then I'll definitely weigh some sweet potato out for you.
Tried all of them.
Well, you have some flex points, don't you? Doesn't it smell like orange juice? Oh, I forgot. I still need to do scallions on top.
I had 17 points.
So when you looked up the noodles, how many did that say it was? Okay. Alright, well I guess I'll just finish plating mine up and then we can count yours off stream. Okay? Okay. So I was gonna do these green onions and I think I'm going to, but instead of chopping them, I'm just going to cut some of them off. Because I already put the thingy away. Let me get my kitchen scissors. Oh, and then I need a cup measure for the broth. Sorry.
Yeah, just leave it there.
I'm busy. Here's my dinner. Now I'm gonna eat some of it. Tastes like broth. It's good. It was very tasty, but it could definitely be spicier. So next week, I'm going to try out the Wagamama recipe. And that's supposed to be spicy, so. Red Dawn's having fried tofu and noodles tonight. That's awesome. Thanks for the resub, MVP. I love you. She's in the other room. Yeah, so, final notes. Don't buy that broth unless you need to season it. Like, I would season it. I'm not gonna buy it again. It's very plain. But next week we're going to be making a veganized version of Wagamama's chicken chili ramen, I think is what it's called. The link for the recipe is on the Google Calendar. So if you're interested in checking it out before the stream, that's where you can find it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will post the recipe for what I did here in the Discord. And then later on, after I've made some ramen a bunch of times, I'll make a ramen post on the blog just to go over what we covered, what my observations were, and make recommendations for you when it comes to making ramen in your very own kitchen. So, thank you again. I'm just gonna end the stream because I have stuff that I need to do for MVP, and I don't want to look anything up. So, thanks again, and I will catch you next week at 4 p.m. on Tuesday.